either ors. And those either ors always paint you into a corner. And as long as you hold on to them, you have no way out. You're not going anywhere. You're not increasing in consciousness. You're not increasing in light or love, and you will never experience the peace and the freedom and the fulfillment that you're seeking.
Yeah, you're only increasing in pain.
Absolutely.
That's it. I mean, that's what I got for 3 days. I was in so much pain, and my heart was in so much pain till you asked me that question, and I went, yeah, I'm totally willing to see this in a completely different light, and to see, God, whatever source, in a completely different light, and I'm completely willing to kneel and surrender to whatever this is, and I don't know what it is, and it's okay. And in being in the I don't know what it is and being okay with it is how it transformed.
Okay, yes, it's just amazing. It's amazing to me that you, and there's so many components that I can see right now that I don't want to bring up at this point in time because they're very personal. I want you to get them first. I don't want you to get them from me. I want you to get them from source. There are things that I've seen because, hey, I'm willing to be wrong about them. And so if they are real, then you will discern them and get them for yourself, because this is this has many, many facets of the diamond of who you are, of who your mother was, and who your bloodline is, as well as a magnitude of things that you have never even fathomed possible yet. And I can't wait. I cannot wait until you get this piece. This is so beautiful. And yes, it's coyote medicine that within Cruella de Vil is the grace of God. Which you would not see. This is, remember I told you there's two kinds of grace. There's grace to grace. Grace is another word for light and truth and love. Grace to grace means that I go from this level of consciousness, a vertical shift upwards, up the side of that pyramid to a new level of consciousness by tapping into the love of God, which gives you grace, right? And so I've shifted and I've gone from grace to grace. Grace to grace to grace, all the way to the top of the pyramid. Grace for grace. The second kind of grace is grace for grace. You receive grace only to the extent you're willing to give grace to the Cruella de Vils of your life. By what measure we judge another, so are we judged. No one judges us but us, and our judgment, our condemnation, our anger, our unresolved fears and anguish keep us completely stuck and unable to accept the love and the peace that come from God that will free us. And so if you've got an unresolved anger or fear or anguish in your heart, you ain't going nowhere until it's been transformed. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to manifest the desires of your heart. You're going to have this incredible dissonance and frustration between what you desire consciously and what you're holding onto subconsciously. You simply can't go there.
I agree. And I'm seeing pictures of the bigger picture, Lily. It's like it's all being, and it takes me, it doesn't happen instantly, so it takes me a while to absorb it. And I'm sure that the work that we'll be doing tonight is going to be magnificent. And then I'll have a couple of days to get it at a cellular level and move to the next level. So that's what's happening to me right now, and I'm getting all the pictures of the bigger picture, of my purpose. So yeah, it's pretty huge.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. There's things in this world that have blocked us because we've seen such ugly representations. We've seen people be a bad name for this belief or this belief or this belief, and we want nothing to do with it. And yet those depictions in human beings have nothing to do with the reality, the sweetness, the beauty of the truth that is waiting for us if we open up and we don't accept the truth from somebody else. We're not to do. The time has passed that there is a mediator between us and Source.
Thank God.
That time is over with. Okay,
it's about time.
So that's why I don't want to say this. All I'm going to do is pose a question for you, and you're going to get to do this work, and then you can report it as you want to, because it's time. These pieces are coming to you, so it's a beautiful time. but it has to be something that comes to you through your own personal discernment. This I'm absolutely adamant about. This is what is the most important thing, if it's the only thing you get from this course, is the ability to discern truth for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so those are the pieces of higher purpose.
That's awesome, Lily. Wow, that's awesome. And usually I'm a rebel about that. You know, that I don't like to follow other beings that are trying to tell me how to live my life, who I am, what am I supposed to do. I'm supposed to go to this membrane. I gotta bring that up. Or that membrane and become part of this special club, you know, that they're going to take me to see Jesus himself. I've never been an advocate of that. I've always been a rebellious person when it comes to stuff like that. And, you know, and never been into any kind of cult or religion or any of that.
And do you see the positive aspect?
Absolutely. The beautiful
positive aspect. Absolutely. A rebellion, open rebellion, is something that causes a lot of people suffering and pain in their life. And the only way to transform that so that it doesn't have destructive power over you is to totally embrace the positive aspect of that, which means that you're not a blind sheep following anybody off the edge of the cliff.
Right. Exactly. So when somebody tells me to jump, I don't say how high. And when they tell me, okay, jump off the cliff. Now, if Source tells me to jump off the cliff, I will jump off the cliff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and we don't mean it in the statement of, okay, I'm going to go to the Grand Canyon and throw myself off the cliff. You know, I'm not meaning it that way. I'm saying that when Source comes and taps me on the shoulder like it did right now and said, your second word is grace, so write it down. And remember who that came from. That's your mother. This all has to do with your mom. This whole huge message you're bringing to the world is like, you know, is not the polar opposite of your mom, not one extreme or the other, but right in the middle. And that's what you came here to give your purpose. And that's why I gave you the mom you have.